First step is going to be using a primer. I'm going to use Urban Decay's Primer Potion. Last thing you want is for a bright eyeshadow look to crease. Just using some of that, blend it out, make sure it's covering everything. Then I'm going to use a base. You don't have to use a colored base because you really don't need to, but my otherworldly paint pot is kind of drying up on the side, so I'm kind of worried and I want to use it up as much as I can. If you have Rollickin, you could use that. If you have the pastel palette from Mayron, you could use the light blue. It doesn't matter. You don't even need this, but I like to apply a base for my colors sometimes. It's just nice. It's going to kind of bring out a little bit more of the aqua. Next, I'm going to use a flat shader brush, and this is just one from Bare Essentials. You could use the MAC 239 if you want. Then I'm going to use Partylicious pigment. It's a really unique aqua blue. I find that it's pretty matte. I am going to be using this pigment wet, and I'm going to be applying this all over the lid, kind of leaving out like a little bit of the outer edge of the eye, just because we're going to be putting purple there. Okay, so after I've applied the Partylicious pigment, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a super hot pink. This is Decora from Sugarpill, and I've been using this one a lot lately. I really love this color. It's unique. It's interesting. I take 222. You can use 217 if you'd like, but I think this one just fits in my crease nicer. I'm going to be taking that and putting it in the inner part of the crease, slowly building up the color because I don't want to go too crazy right here. And going about halfway in. Next, I'm going to be taking the color called Poison Plum from Sugarpill. Any vibrant purple will do if you don't have the Sugarpill, but I do recommend everything from Sugarpill. I'm going to be taking the 219, which is just a nice pencil brush. And I'm going to be putting this on the outer V, focusing it on the outer edge and making that outer V, working up into the crease and bringing it in kind of along the upper lash line just a little bit, just so we get a really nice dramatic V shape. Don't worry about blending or anything like that. We're going to be blending and all that here in a little bit. Next, I'm going to be taking 217, picking up a little bit of the Poison Plum, and then blending that into the Partylicious and everything else, just kind of, you know, softly blending. And as you can see, the purple and the Partylicious is just really, really hot together. One thing I really like about Partylicious is that it's slightly almost a matte color. It just blends so easily with the Sugarpill stuff. So I would say it's kind of like a satin eyeshadow. It's fairly matte. There's definitely not really any shimmer to it, at least in mine. I've seen a lot of people's had a lot of gold in it, and that really surprised me because mine doesn't have that really. So just blending, blending, blending. And you may find that you want to add like a more of a frostier purple to kind of blend. So I'm going to use Urban Decay's Flash. There are so many colors out there you could use. Violet. So when you have it kind of how you want it, I'm going to take Dolly Pop, which is a hot pink from Sugarpill. You guys know I love this one. And I'm pretty much going to use that as like the transition color from the purple and the crease and the Decora. Just gives a really nice transition. So I'm just kind of applying it to the middle of the crease. It gives the purple a little bit of a pink tinge. Okay, next I'm going to use a black eyeliner. This can find it. Smolder Eye Kohl, of course, my favorite. Gonna do the waterline and the upper tight line. Next, I'm gonna take the 252 and Blanc Type, kind of tone down the crease area. So, applying it to the brow bone and then working it down into the crease really tones everything down. I want a little bit of a highlight, so I'm going to go in with Taco from Sugarpill, which is the bright white, and just very lightly putting that on the edge of the 252 and then applying it right underneath the eyebrow. It's just going to kind of brighten up that area, give a little bit of interest. Next, underneath the eye, I'm just going to go in with the 219 brush again. And I'm going to go ahead and use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use Poison Plum on the outer edge. I'll go about a third of the way in. Then a little bit of Dolly Pop. Kind of going over the Poison Plum too. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of Midori because it's this cool green. Use Lumi for the inner corner highlight. I'm just going to use my finger, press it in that area. And as you can see, it's like crazy. Love, love, love this one. Then I'm taking 252 and blending it out. Putting a little bit on the edge and then pulling that in. I'm going to apply mascara. I'm going to use Rummel's 60 Curves. And then MAC Zoom Lash for volume. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the MAC Face and Body mixed with some of the MAC Luster Drops in Pink Rebel. I like to just mix them on the back of my hand and then use my brush to kind of stipple it on. Just like that. Starting in the center of my face. Next, I want to use kind of a little bit more of a brighter blush. Oh, let's see. I'm going to use Pleasantry. This is a mineralized blush. If you don't have this one, use Dainty. I think it's similar. I'm not sure, I don't have it. Just going to use the 168. Really lightly apply it. I don't want too much color on my cheeks. Just a light pink flush. For a highlight, I'm going to go ahead and use my Pink Platinum Shimmer Brick from Bobbi Brown. For lips, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to do like a bubblegum pink. I'm going to use Saint Germain, which is one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. Lightly apply it. Blend it out with my finger so it's not as intense, because this can look a little chalky at times. For a lip gloss, I'm going to use the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in Lilac. Lilac Pastel. Pastel Lilac. The purple one. I've had a lot of people ask me would I wear this lavender with, and there's so many things you can wear it with. I kind of think it's kind of Barbie inspired. I'm wearing a Barbie shirt here. You can see it.